Hello everybody. So I've decided to go a little bit away from what you see normal comparisons with. So what I have here is what I would call Battle of the 45s. Now these are two of the most popular pistols in Israel. Not so much in Canada or the US for that matter. Now the Glocks themselves, well, they're pretty popular as is. This guy not so much. You don't generally see these around very much. So what we're doing is I'm going to compare two different 45 ACP pistols, both of which are duty pistols, more specifically in Israel. Not necessarily the 45 ACP, but I only have them 45, so it's as close as we're going to get. So we'll get started. I'll introduce the two guns here. This guy here is a Glock 21 Gen 4. As you can see, it's got this nice texturing, extended mag release. I have left this in its factory configuration right now, just for this comparison. I do have some parts I'm going to change out on it. And right here is the IWI Jericho 941. Okay, so what I'm going to go over is just a couple of little features, sights, trigger, magazines, and just overall ergonomics as well as usability of the pistol. So we'll do this more as a comparison rather than just my personal opinion of the two. Now please note, some of this will be my opinion. Some people like different things on each of these pistols. This is just kind of an idea, really. So we'll start from the top to the bottom. So the factory Glock has got those god-awful U-dot box sights, or Glock sights, or whatever you would like to call them. They are, I guess you could say, combat sights. They are combat effective. They're not anything pretty to look at, but they get the job done, more or less. When you scooch it over to the Jericho here, it's got those nice, very low profile 3-dot sights. These are just 3-dot. They're not night sights or anything like that. They are dovetail, so if you want to change them out, you can. But they are fantastic sights. This is a very accurate pistol just because the sights are so low on the barrel. Very, very accurate pistol. At least sight-wise. Now, when it comes to cocking serrations, this is where the Glock's going to win. You've got this whole big slide to get purchase on with your hand, where if you're racking the pistol, you've got all that to get grip with your hand on. And this is it has a very beefy slide. Like, there's lots of room to get a grip, so to speak, when you're cocking the gun. The Jericho, not so much. As you can see, the slide is very internal. The slide is inside the frame, where this is on top of the frame. The slide actually goes right in there. There's a rail it rides on. So this whole part here is the slide. And the only thing you have to actually rack the gun are these two little cocking serrations right here. Now if I flip the safety down, I have 3. But that's all you have to actually rack the pistol. So that's a little bit of a downfall. Usually when I'm doing that, I have to... Oh, that's a strong safety. I usually just grab it and pull it by the safety. I just make sure to pull up so I don't inadvertently turn the safety on. Not the best in my opinion, but that's why you have this oversized slide stop. You can see that's a very big slide stop. The Glocks are known for this. Its slide stop's just this flat little itty bitty thing right here. Now on the Glock 21, this is a beefy pistol. Like, this really fills up your hand compared to like a Glock 17 or a Beretta or anything like that. This really fills up your hand, so you do have to adjust your grip a fair bit to actuate that. This guy, you don't. You just move your hand up and you can catch it with your thumb right there. So far the Jericho wins in terms of sights and slide stop. Cocking serrations and safety, not so much. The Glocks are nice because they don't have the safety. Work our way down. Magazine release. Now, the Jericho itself has a grip a lot like a CZ75. It's an Israeli clone of a CZ75 basically, and it's good. The magazine release, I can't personally reach it, but you just got to adjust your grip a little bit and you can hit it. It's not too bad. It's a little small, but then again, remember, this is a duty pistol. It's not supposed to be big or anything like that where you can accidentally release your mag. The Glock has a very nice magazine release. It's a lot bigger. Gives you a lot more purchase on. It is kind of flush right behind this thumb groove here, so you do have to adjust your grip a little bit to get to it, but it's a lot better than the third gen Glocks with their small magazine release. They are not very ergonomic when it comes to that. Now the actual grip itself, this guy's just got rubber grips on it, standard IWI grips. Like I said, CZ75 grip. Lots of room to get your hand on though. This is a full-size 45 ACP pistol. The Glock, this is where the Glock's gonna win, in my opinion. That rough textured finish, you're never gonna drop this pistol. As well as it has the adjustable back straps to adjust its length. Now the Glock 21 comes on the slim frame, but I don't know why in all hell you would ever want to put a bigger grip on a Glock 21. I mean, this pistol is almost too big to begin with. At least for me. Some people have really big hands. Like I have really small hands. So this gun, it's almost too big. Magazines. Standard magazine capacity for a Glock 21 is 13 rounds. In Canada, they only hold 10. The Glock for the Jericho in Canada again holds 10. However, the actual 45 ACP Jericho also holds 10. So the Glock wins in terms of capacity. IWI, they more or less designed this not so much as a law enforcement pistol. This specific, the Jericho anyways, the 40 and the 9mm is more the law enforcement pistol. This is more geared towards the civilian market. They basically upped the size of the gun a little bit to accept the 45 ACP. Glock, however, really took the legendary Glock design, but they beefed it up in order to get a half-decent capacity of 45 ACP. Now, chambered, this gun holds, double the amounts as a 1911, so Glock will win hands down in that. I'm trying to think. Reliability. I've only put 50 rounds to this. This is brand new, but I'm not overly concerned. I mean, Glocks are known for the reliability. I've never really had problems with Glocks. Also, I'm really happy with this one. It doesn't throw brass straight back into my face like my Glock 17 did. So that's kind of nice to have. No brass to the face. This guy here has got a little over 1,100 rounds through it now of various ammunition, Wolf reloads, American Eagle, CCI Blazer aluminum case. It's got all kinds of ammo. I've had one malfunction, which was a failure to feed. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm not gonna blame that on the gun. It was the middle of winter. I probably put a little bit too much lubrication on, and the slide itself was very sluggish. So I can't blame the pistol for that. So far, both these guns 100% reliable. They are both combat-proven pistols. These guys, in law enforcement military with Israel, they're both great guns. You can't go wrong with either of them. Now, when it comes down to actually picking one, that's a hard choice. Now, Canadian pricing, $875. That price is going up because of the bad dollar. So I got it while I could. $695 out the door. Like, this is $875 plus taxes and shit. I paid $675, walked out the door with this. So the price has gone up a little bit, but again, in terms of pricing, the Jericho wins. Closing thought, both of them are great pistols. They both have their advantages and disadvantages. Glock's known for their rifle or their polygonal rifling and their barrels. Relatively good gun. You can't go wrong with it. Jericho, it's just got standard rifling, stainless steel barrel. Oh, you know what else? I forgot to show you guys is the trigger. So I'll see if I can do that now. There's the brakes. See if I can. Show you the reset. Here's a reset. Glocks have a really good reset to them. They're not a great trigger, but it's got a good reset. The Jericho has that double action. About 10 pounds, roughly. Trying to... Damn it. Now right there, it just reset. This has no audible reset, and it is in no way tactile. The reset on this gun is awful. But the single action pull is really nice. A little bit sponge, there's the break right there. It's like glass. Great trigger. I like the feel of this trigger more, the way it's so curved. Where the Glocks are fairly straight with that little tang in it. But this is just kind of a look at comparison. This isn't really anything scientific or professional, anything like that. I'm just showing you guys the two 45 AC pistols, one of which is very ignored, I guess you could say. Like, this pistol should be getting a lot more reputation than it actually is. The Glock, well, it's got enough. It's got enough. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I hope this video wasn't too boring for you. I was just trying to show you guys the difference of the two Israeli pistols, I guess you could say. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.